Okay, y'all. I know. Um, I know we're in different time zones, but it's still dark here, and I wanted to make this video as a means. Good Lord, as a means to kind of like have this as a bookmark or whatnot. Um, y'all know I usually do not make videos this early. It's still 5 something in the morning here. Um, so I had been kind of like asking guys, should I make this video, especially due to the fact that the last video, it was so intense for me to create that video to speak the truth, also speak my truth. Um, and I told y'all that, well, my my Mystic members know we talked about this last meeting, that it was going to take it's going to take God for me to say something else again about this whole Angie Stone's situation, because it just, to me, it was just a close call type of thing. Like, I just didn't care. When I say close call, I mean like it was just it felt too, it just felt different. That's I'll just leave it like that. But I I was trying to go back to sleep, y'all. Eh, I'm feeling real pushed. I can't stop thinking about it. I'm feeling real pushed to make this video. And so I'm gonna take this as a nod from God to do this video. About 2 nights ago, I had this dream. Y'all, I promise y'all I wasn't thinking about this woman. I was um I was minding my business. I woke up. Oh, I'm so sorry y'all for yawning. I woke up to remembering this dream about Angie Stone. Now I'm gonna say some things, and I want y'all to really, and I mean, listen to me, really take into consideration what I'm saying, okay? Because all of this is important. Now, my prayer is that I'm able to, if any, I'm gonna just say it like this: if anything important needs to come out after this, and it's told to me, I'm gonna tell it. Especially if God is telling me to say something. So, um, wow. 2 nights ago, I wake up to from a dream, and the dream went like this. God knows, please attest to me telling the truth or lying. I'm saying that about my own self. Show these people that there's no lying here. In my dream about Angie Stone, she told me to get into a car with her. This van, this van. I'm saying car, but it was this van. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm really tired, but I couldn't go back to sleep because I feel like this thing would not turn me loose. I've been holding on to this thing for about good 2 days. The same guy that was driving the Sprinter van in real life was driving this vehicle in the dream. The reason why I'm so pressed to like not put a stance on what type of vehicle this is because it kept changing. The vehicle kept changing from from a car to a van to a truck, back to a van, back to a truck. And I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know what that means because I don't. I don't know what that means. But what I do know is it was significant the fact that it kept changing from one vehicle to another. Maybe it was that this cousin of hers, and I'll say the driver, I think it's her cousin, may have driven for her before. So I'm just gonna take it like that. Or maybe it was to denote that there's confusion when it came to her death. Like maybe it was a reason why they were trying to put the energy of confusion up. Now, yeah, I really want to lay back down, but in the dream, she comes up to me and she says, "I want you to take a ride with me." I'm really reluctant. I didn't want to ride with her. She had more women. It seemed like she had more women around than men. When I was talking to her, when we were standing talking, and I was real reluctant to go with her because I was kind of like, I don't know, I kind of felt like um I don't trust this situation. I was just kind of like really taken back by her asking me to get into the vehicle. Anyway, we get into the vehicle and it's that older guy driving, and we're riding through different parts of this town. And I say town because it looked like we went through the downtown area. And it looked like a small town. It didn't look like a Montgomery, like a downtown city. It looked like we were passing through a small town. And then we were getting ready to get on the major road. And as we were passing through this town, we were it seems as if the car that we were in was being chased. In my Now this is my dream. Okay, I'm not telling y'all this is what happened, but this is my dream. she, there was a panic that made this man in the dream in my car to speed. And in the dream we kept going around corners really fast. Instead of him stopping for stoplights, he would just run them. Like it got to a point to where he wouldn't even stop, he would just pause and keep going. But then it was like he stopped doing complete pauses or stops altogether, and it was just he was running the lights. And the energy was crazy in the dream was in my dream it kept going from day to night. It kept flickering from day to night. It was never completely all the way day, and then it was never completely all the way night. It was just a very strange suspense in between in my dream. So in my dream, after Angie Stone asked for me to get in the car, she said she wanted to show me something. I started kind of panicking. I was not. I don't know if me and her kept switching seats. Like I was in the front seat and then I wasn't in the front seat. But I ended up sitting behind. At one point in time in the dream, I ended up sitting behind the driver. I want to say this older man that was driving, the same guy who was driving the Sprinter van, was driving in my dream 2 nights ago. He was driving the car in my dream, and I was sitting behind him. Eventually, I ended up sitting behind him in the dream, and there was a part to where we were in the town, and I don't know what happened, but the vehicle that we were in started flipping. Okay, started flipping. And when it stopped flipping, mind you, remember I just told y'all in my dream, when after Angie Stone told me she wanted to show me something, we were being chased in the dream by another vehicle. We were being chased. And the look, what I'm getting ready to say next, and I need y'all to understand my day ones. They y'all know I don't watch other people's videos as far as like tarot and readings and stuff like that is concerned are concerned. So please just hear me out. I don't need y'all posting nobody else's stuff on my channel. Y'all been with me long enough to know that I don't like that. I will erase your message. You post anybody else's stuff on my channel, it's like you coming on my stuff to promote somebody else's stuff. Y'all don't do it with me, so don't do it on me. I'm gonna start blocking y'all. Period. I'm gonna start, but y'all already know how I get down. But since y'all act like y'all don't know, I am going to start blocking you. I don't care if you're a member. I don't care. You should know better. Coming on to my channel, posting other people's stuff, especially other readers. Don't do it. Okay? But this is serious because I want y'all to understand something started back happening to me that hasn't happened to me in almost over, I want to say over a decade. It hasn't happened to me in over a decade. I started feeling the things that happened to me in my dream. It's been I've been physically feeling it when I wake up. Okay? That's how intense this dream was. After we was being chased, when I guess when he tried to turn as he was going fast, the vehicle that we were in started to flip, but it flipped in such a way that everybody was able to get out. In my dream, the dream that I had 2 nights ago, where Angie Stone told me to get in the car with her, she wanted to show me something. I was very reluctant. I told her, no, she said, "You're protected." She said, "Nothing's bad gonna happen to you." This is what I was being told in the dream. Okay. As this visitation, she was letting me know that she was visiting me in the dream. She was already passed away, but this was her coming to me in the dream to show me something. Okay. In this dream, um, in this dream, I'm talking to people who tropical mystic. I'm talking to people who are leaving messages about promoters and all this other stuff. But since you're bringing it up, yes, please don't. I've already deleted the comment with you leaving the link, but I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to people leaving links to readers, other readers on my stuff. Okay, but what I'll do is I'll put it out. Don't nobody leave anything on my channel. No one leave it. If you want to show something to me, email it to me. Um, but since we since we're gonna go there, I'm gonna just put the clearing call out. Do not send me anything. Don't post it on the comment section. I'm sorry that I'm all over the place, y'all. But all right. Now getting back to this dream. Because this to me was the most important part. When I got out of the car, everybody else was crawling out of the vehicle. And I'm saying car, but remember I told y'all this vehicle kept going back and forth from being at first it was a car, then it turned into a van, then it turned into a truck, and it kept going in between a truck and a van. And this is important because I believe that it attests to the level of confusion that is being conjured up over her passing. You remember I've been telling all these people they do spells. They do spells to make sure that people can't see the truth in what happens. But I'm telling y'all that 2 nights ago, I had this dream now. I was reluctant to get in the car. Anyway, she got out of the car. She got out of the vehicle. Everybody was out of the vehicle. But what I found to be interesting was that the driver was missing in my dream. And she comes up to me, and two other people start surrounding us that just crawled out of the vehicle. And she's walking, she's coherent, but all I could feel was a spine. I felt like I had like I could feel that my spine took a beating in the dream. In the dream. And I was saying, I kept reaching toward my back and I said, "Oh my God, like I need to get to the hospital because I feel like my spine. I kept saying that in the dream. And I started feeling a little better where I could look at her and talk. And she said, "Where is and she said his name. Now, I don't know if it's Lila or however you say the man's name, but she said his real name in the dream. And I am aware that the name that she said in the dream is the man's real name. So I'm not making nothing up or anything like that. So I looked and I said, wait, what? She said, yeah. She says, my cousin, the driver, is missing. Now, this is how she's talking to me in the dream. If this man is her cousin in real life, I don't know. Because I haven't looked that far into the details of these people. All I can tell you is what was going on in my dream. Okay. And what I do know and what I don't know. I'm honest with y'all. I've been honest this far. I'm gonna continue to be honest. So she just got like her hands are out, like, where is and it looked like she had like this black poncho thing on, like to keep herself warm or something. And I don't know if this is what she was wearing, but it looked like a poncho or a blanket. Like, one of those real soft felt like blankets, traveling blankets that you can get from like a truck stop, or something like that when you're traveling a long distance. It was like wrapped around her, and she had her hair just like how it was the last her last performance. And y'all, in this dream, she kept asking me where this man was. And then we start looking around and asking people who knew where he was. And I can only tell y'all what happened in my dream. I'm not Everything else from this point forward. I don't know if it's real or not. I'm just telling y'all what happened in my dream. In the dream, we started hearing whisperings. People in the town started coming out of these buildings. And okay, I know that it happened on the highway, but just hear me. This is my dream, the way that it happened to me in the dream. People started coming out because they started hearing commotions. Okay. I started kind of asking her, did this accident happen on the highway or did it happen somewhere else? And I'm gonna be real with y'all. Something significant happened before that crash on the highway. I'm not saying that the crash happened somewhere else and it was placed on the highway. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case because these people move so funny that is disgusting like that. But I will say that something happened in another area before the initial crash, like before the highway scene. Okay. In the dream, as these people started coming out of these businesses to see what was going on, this commotion, and I kept hearing one person saying, it's breakfast time. Why, like, we didn't came out, we was eating breakfast, and then we came out to hear the commotion. And so these people started gathering around us, seeing that it was her, that it was Angie Stone, and a bunch of people was asking her, "Is she all right? Is she all right?" And she was like, "Yes, I'm all right." She said, "But I'm looking for." I don't know if she kept saying lethal or leal, or I don't know what the man, whatever his name was in real life, is what was in the dream. She kept saying. Come to find out, some people I started hearing some whisperings about some people about how the accident, it was not supposed to happen to him. Something about this driver being in the accident, it was supposed to be cleaner than what it was. I, in the dream, took under the impression that he was paid to set this up, and that the chase it was to look like she was being followed or chased, and that everybody was innocent, but in reality he disappeared to go get his payment. This is what happened in the dream. Okay. Now I'm hearing these people off on the side whisper. Angie Stone in my dream she is being bombarded with different people. Some people actually started asking for her autograph, but she was so trying to figure out where her driver was because she wanted to make sure he was okay. She did not know that he was in on this plot in the dream. So then I start looking around and I start seeing how the people that we were in the vehicle with was scattered. Like how some people were over here sitting on the curb trying to, like, they had they holding their hand, holding their head in their hands, trying to make of what happened. Some people was discombobulated. Others were off doing something else. It was just, it looked like a shit show in my dream. And I looked at her, and this pain kept coming in and out on my in my when it comes to my spine in the dream. And I said, this feels too real in the dream. I said, what did you do to me? And she said, wait, calm down. She said, I'm just trying to show you something. And I started kind of getting like delirious in the dream. And I was like, I don't like this. I don't like the way this feels. I said, it feels too real. And she kept saying, I'm trying to show you something. She said, calm down. I didn't pull you in this dream to hurt you. She said, I'm just trying to show you something. And I started like hyperventilating. And then when I woke up, I woke up. When I woke up, I was hyperventilating. When I woke up, I could feel the spinal pain, but it was going away. This was the dream. I'm sorry it took that long to tell y'all that, but I had to go into details. I want to say this next. Do I definitely believe that this was a setup? Yes. I think all of us know and have came to the conclusion that this thing has been a setup here. But I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm My dreams are highly significant when I have them. Now, whether they are symbolic or whether it is meant for me to take the dream as it is, it always varies concerning the dream. I know people say 75% of your dreams are warnings. For me, a lot of times my dreams are prophetic. A lot of times my dreams are prophetic. Now, some people may have dreams for warnings. Some people may dream just to get a message. It's a conglomerate of a lot of things, but majority of my dreams are to show me certain things, show me things, and to reveal things and that kind of stuff. I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna be real with y'all. We watched in real time two things happen. We watched this woman get sacrificed, and we watched this a hit be placed on this woman's life and literally be um carried out. Two things can be true at the same time. We watch this woman be sacrificed, and we watch a hit be carried out on her life. Now, what I'm getting ready to say next is going to be highly important because I want y'all to understand how deep this thing goes. I don't know if y'all remember the reading that I did with the man with the hat on holding his head as the thumbnail picture. That when I told y'all in the beginning of that video that I am very neutral about the son. I don't know if y'all remember that. I said I know the daughter didn't have anything to do with it because I could feel that she was truly grieving that her mom was gone. She was grieving hard. I could feel it. But remember, I told y'all I was neutral on the son until further notice. Well, this is the further notice. I'm not going to take the charge for saying this, but I will stand corrected if I'm wrong. I don't mind standing corrected if I'm wrong. But I'm going to say this as official. I do not believe that the son was in on this. I'm going to repeat this again. I do not believe that the son is in on this. I don't. Not, look, I'm going to just be real with y'all. I'm going to be real with y'all. I really believe that the son it was trying to build his career organically. A lot of y'all, not me, a lot of y'all put it where it fit. If it ain't you and it don't fit, don't get mad. You shouldn't be getting mad at something that don't apply to you. A lot of y'all tried to put this on the son. A lot of y'all was believing that it happened on his birthday. It was wrong. A lot of y'all thought that he was the driver and all this. Y'all assumed so much chaos about this young man. It was disgusting. And that's why I said I was neutral on him, because I just was like, time is going to tell this thing. And the reason why I'm saying I'm no longer neutral on the son, and I do not believe that he was in on this, is because I believe that he had, if he really wanted to, this would have happened already. I don't believe that he's going to benefit from his mother's death. Not in a sacrificial way. What I do believe is that it was purposely made to look like he was involved. I do purposely believe that that was done to make it seem like the son was involved in it, because he's an up and coming artist. Y'all, look, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I watched. I didn't even know her funeral was yesterday. I didn't even know, but I went and I watched the funeral. I don't. I try to stay away from stuff like that ever since my daughter passed away, because I'm like real leery. The only other funeral that I've ever went to after my daughter passed away was my father. I haven't been to a funeral since then, and that's been years and years ago. Um, I will say this, and you're right, Tropical Mister. Just like I said, confusion. They put a lot of confusion. They did a lot of confusion spells on this woman's demise. But I'm gonna tell y'all this. Um, there's already been energy that has been put forth in the spiritual realm. I'm saying it out my mouth right now, that the curtains of confusion has dropped. I'm speaking it. I'm speaking that thing into existence. And it's already grabbed and it's already being worked on. The truth is going to come out. The truth is going to come out in record time. Now, for everybody who's been putting out false information on purpose for likes and views, y'all also been putting out false information without doing your due diligence. You want to be the blogs, aka the news, and you're purposely not trying to figure out the truth because you just want to put up whatever you heard, so you can help and get your content out there, so you can say, oh, my videos are older than this person's videos. And I had to look, you're being held accountable in the spiritual realm, and some of y'all are going to be held accountable in the physical realm because y'all was wrong. We're living in a time, this energy, and it's not just Gen Z, it's not just Generation Z. We're living in a time where people are mocking the dead. We're living in a time where people, they're sick. They're not looking at it as somebody lost a loved one. They're looking at it as it's a money grab. It's a money grab. I can get new subscribers. I can grow my channel off of this. It's disgusting. Tarot and oracle readers included. You got a lot of people who don't care to vet the energy. They just want the attention. And that is getting ready to be punished. I keep saying this, why y'all playing with the spiritual realm when it's very real? You got a lot of people who are doing readings who don't even believe in the spiritual realm. They just doing it just so they can get seen. You're in trouble. You're in trouble. Because there's a guilty verdict that has went throughout the earth. And you've been playing. Now your life is about to get turned upside down. I do not believe, again, I'm going to say it again. I told y'all I was neutral on the son. I'm no longer neutral on the son. I don't believe that that young man had anything to do with his mother's passing. I do believe that he was framed. Spiritually, that young man is being framed. That's, and like I said, I'm not going to take the charge, but I am willing to stand if I'm wrong. I'm willing to stand by what I'm saying until I'm proven otherwise. If I'm wrong, then I apologize in advance. But I don't feel in my spirit that I'm wrong. I don't. I didn't even know the woman's funeral was up yesterday. I looked at the funeral and I went into the comments. Some of y'all are disgusting. Oh, y'all see how they preparing him for his new life? They had him cut his locks off, and y'all are sick. Sometimes when people go through a traumatic thing, they do change their hair. I did. When my daughter passed away, I cut my hair all off. I wore a buzz cut for 7 to almost 8 years. I wore a low cut for almost 7 to 8 years. Then I let my hair grow back. Some of you are disgusting. And that's why you can't tell. That's why you can't tell a hole in the wall from your asshole. Because you ain't got no kind of discernment. You ain't moving in discernment and you ain't trying to move in discernment. You run and rush to whatever little thing you hear. And when you run and then when it's trouble, you want to hurry up and scurry away. And you don't want to take accountability for the fact that you didn't sit and wait to see what was real and what was fake. Shame on you, whoever it applies to. Now, if it don't apply to you, then you shouldn't be getting up in arms about it. What I'm saying here. What I do believe was, I don't believe that she was, I personally don't believe that she was dead before the car accident. What I do believe is that she passed away after surviving the accident. That's what I do believe. I do believe that she came out of that car accident. Look, look. I'm gonna be real with y'all. In this age of Aquarius, the gematria is not going to be as important anymore, but it is going to be relevant to some things, because these people are going to still believe in doing things by numbers, death by numbers. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it was a lot of double number energy around her. It was a lot of double number energy around this woman. The driver of the Sprinter van was what they said, he was 66. You had a people in that was around her in the van that was her band members, 33 and 44 years old. You had the driver of the 18 wheeler who was 33 years old. Not only that, but the 18 wheeler, really, the name of the 18 wheeler, the company was Christ. It just was missing the I. So it was we know that this was a hit. We know that this was a hit. We also know that this was a sacrifice. And I'm going to tell y'all like this. Um the people who were involved in this coven sacrifice, because this was a sacrifice dealing with a coven. They I'm gonna be real with y'all. I do believe that they sent some of those, not all of them, or maybe all of them, I don't know. But I do believe that the celebrities that were sent to speak to her funeral, that were allowed to speak at her funeral, I'm sorry. I ain't feeling it. Now, Music Soul Child, ironically, given with his with me hearing about the history of his ego and pride and his ugliness toward people, I do believe that he was genuinely broken up about her passing. I do. Um, I do believe that he was genuinely broken up. And people grieve differently. Okay. People do grieve differently. However, I'm going to say this. Um, there's I don't know how true this is, but the rumor is that Kiki Wyatt was the one that replaced Jill Scott. That Jill Scott allegedly said no to singing at Angie Stone's funeral. Now, I will say this: I don't know if that's true or not, because I would have thought that because Kiki Wyatt played on or was on R&B Divas with Angie Stone, that she probably was already asked anyway, and that she was not a replacement. However, I don't believe these celebrities at all. A lot of you are patting Tyler Perry on the back. I know that from what one of the people said at the funeral on the microphone, it has been said that Tyler Perry was the one who paid for her funeral. Okay, that Tyler Perry was the one who paid for her funeral. I'm not going to sit here and say whether or not she had a life insurance policy on her or not. Um, I to me that's you going into something that really ain't your business. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say, and I'm saying for like if she had it on herself so that her children could bury her properly. But what that does tell me is that there was some financial issues that was there. The woman said over 20 years ago she could have retired. Yes, she was touring and doing things. You know, she had a love of music. We know that she had a love of music. However, does somebody really want to be like doing that in their old age like that? We got what, Bob Dylan that's still touring. How old is Bob Dylan? That kind of thing. You really don't retire in this business. When you sign up to work for uh the commander in chief, like Bob Dylan called the evils in this world, in the world that you can't see, that was according to his words. When you sign up to work for, look, because look, I'm saying this because we look, this is what we do. When people are alive, you talk crazy about them, you talk crap about them, you talk reckless about them, you don't care about them, they really don't matter. But as soon as they pass away, all the good things are said. All the good things are said. And then everybody who wants to look like they had a really close relationship comes out of the woodwork. We know how this is done. It's done with the famous and it's done with the common. Hello? Amen? If you can hear me. I just believe that there was a lot of disingenuous people around her. I'm not saying she didn't have genuine people at her funeral. I'm not saying that she never had any genuine people around her. But this woman, throughout her life being in the industry, she had more disingenuous people around her than she did genuine people. And the truth be told, she knew a lot of people, but her true circle was a very small circle. I do believe Blondie and Pearl from Sequence was really close to her and that they were her A1 day ones. I do believe that. I do believe that she had certain family members and close people that weren't well known that really rocked with her. But when it comes to the industry, a lot of people talked crap about her. Y'all talked about how dark skinned she was. Y'all talked about her looks. Y'all talked about her weight. Y'all talked about her. And she heard these murmurs. She heard them. And y'all got to remember, she started to make a lot of people mad because she wasn't just talking about the record labels. This is why I keep telling y'all this was a conglomerate of people who came together to put this hit out on her. And I'm gonna say it again. The reason why this hit was able to go through was because Angie was with the shits. A lot of y'all don't want to believe that because she's gone. But you can't get in that industry and do all that she did without being down with the shits. I'm gonna need y'all to come to reality. Cause y'all love putting angel wings on people when they pass. I'm not saying that the woman was this vile and evil, but listen, you gotta get your feet and your hands dirty when you walk through there. You can't be clean. That's why when if you notice, people start talking against that industry, eventually they come to their own demise because now you talking against the oath that you took. You're speaking against the oath that you took. And it is punishable by blood. You got to go when you start saying certain things. There are certain penalties depending on what you do and what you say. There are certain penalties that you got to pay. I don't know why I've been saying this, and I even want to go out on the limb and say I probably was the first one who said it because a lot of people are afraid. They're afraid of this cancel culture shit. I don't give a fuck about no cancel culture. A lot of you don't want the truth. You don't like the truth, and that's why you're walking around in a bubble of illusion right now. Because there's been people that have been trying to tell you the truth and they can't deal with you, and that's why you ain't got people around you. Ain't nobody jealous of you. You just don't want to hear the truth. And people that tried to help you open up your eyes and you don't want to see. You don't want to see it. Because you really like to put angel wings on people. You do. You fucking do. Like this Lil Ronnie case. We don't know what that young boy was caught up in that would have allowed him to, for him and his baby to be taken out of here. But you love throwing angel wings on people. I remember people talking about King Von like he was this angel who descended from heaven when he passed away and was a menace to fucking society. And thinking you could preach these type of people into heaven. It don't happen like that. Now back to Angie Stone because that the last part went for her. Even though I still believe you can't preach. No, it is the life that they have lived that you'll know. Not just the life that they live, but their morals, their heart. Your heart is going to be weighed on that scale, whether you believe it or not. Your heart is going to be weighed on that scale. Point blank in the period. Don't care who you are, what you did in this lifetime, how huge you was, or how poor you was. Everybody gonna get weighed. Everybody gotta go through the judgment room. Everybody gotta face the throne of judgment. I don't care what you believe in. Nobody bypassing karma. Nobody. And these flesh fests that be happening everywhere. These flesh fests. Now, I do believe that some of these people who got up there and sang were genuine. I'm not here, listen, I'm not here to say that everybody was in on it and all this other. What I will say is this: y'all need to watch real closely. The people that didn't show up and the people that ain't talking are telling you who were a part of the coven. The people who look, I'm gonna be real with you. You got celebrities that may not have posted anything about her on their social media. But then you got the ones who were involved that may have posted a picture. Just be look, I'm trying to tell y'all, watch very closely how these people's nakedness are going to be exposed. It's so easy to say that the son was involved in his mother's passing. It is so why are y'all saying that the daughter was disrespectful at the funeral? Some of y'all are sick. Can't nobody say nothing. Y'all always passing judgment on whatever somebody say. It doesn't matter what anybody says, because y'all gonna always find fault in something. She said she gonna miss her mama because she gonna miss arguing with her mama because her mama argue real good. Y'all act like y'all had such a clean and pristine relationship with y'all mamas? Y'all are crazy. I come from a family that when my grandmother passed away, none of her children wanted to bury her except my mama. And majority of them had insurance policies on their mother. And my mama buried her mama and still had to come out the pocket because the 10,000 life insurance policy, $10,000 life insurance policy that my grandma had on herself, when she changed the beneficiary at the last minute from my lying, thieving ass auntie to my mama still had to come out of pocket because the 10 grand wasn't enough. And they sat their ass there on them pews, knowing that they had a huge policy on their mama, and then didn't even offer to help my mama bury their own mama. My grandma had 16 children. So I know how wicked it can get. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I thought her funeral was beautiful as far as the arrangements, but when it comes to this industry, they do a lot of ritualistic shit, and I don't buy none of it. I do believe, watch this, because a lot of y'all don't have to agree with me. That's fine. I do believe that the children are oblivious to what was going on. I do. Well, why did they let the Zeta Phi Betas come? Hey, some people don't even look that deep, like you and me, into these sororities and fraternities. Some people really don't understand it. A lot of people are not Freemasons. Some of them are just Masons because they don't never move past the first, the second, or third degree. They just pledge just so they can belong to something, and flash a symbolic ring, or flash the fact that they belong to something so that when they need help in the social world, they can get it. Y'all got to remember, that's one of the reasons why there's two groups of masonry. When they wouldn't let the slaves and the freed slaves get into Freemasonry, the black people created Masons, just Masons. That's why when you see a slab, a stone slab in the old in the front of the old Baptist churches or in your old courthouses, when it says this building was erected by Masons, when it said they say free and the free and something Freemasons, they was telling you that these Freemasons here are not of slave blood. So there's a distinction between the two. Majority of my father was a Mason. My mother was an Eastern Star. See, I broke the pledge line because I didn't get into none of that shit and will never get into any of it. But y'all have to understand, all of this stuff is ritualistic. All of it. I kept seeing the color purple and kept seeing the color blue yesterday, and I was like, I was in the bathroom and I said, what is this? Come to find out, yeah, the colors purple, blue. And then they had those red, I don't know if that was roses or what, but it was just red flowers all around her uh casket. I don't believe that the daughter or the son, I'm no longer neutral about the son. I don't believe her children has anything to do with their deaths. Now, I will say this because this is important that I say this. I do believe that if her children pursue getting her royalties, um, that there might be a danger there. Now no weapon formed against me shall prosper, because we're in the age of Aquarius now. If this happened under the age of Pisces, I would have said, I would have told the daughter and the son, do not try to pursue royalties, because they are going to try to take you out. They take those earnings and royalties very serious, because a lot of the times these record labels do not be wanting to pay that money out. They usually use a person like, look, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Let's go. The reason why Angie Stone was a rare breed in the industry, it wasn't just her longevity. She was involved with, the first female rap group. I get it. I get it. Yes, this is true. But what makes her so rare was that they allowed for her to get in the industry and stay in the industry, because they were draining her energy. You got a lot of people that destiny swapped with her, if you will. They destiny swapped her. Several people came along and took pieces of her, and some she knew and allowed it, because she came back and talked about it. Now, did she look at it as if it was destiny swapping? She didn't say the words out of her mouth, but she did say that this person ended up copying her and wearing the same thing as her. It's the looks, same thing, different wording. And ironically, that's what was being done to me, or tried to be done to me, when I was going through what I was going through. I was doing the same thing she was doing. So fucking country, gullible, and naive to not see who was really around you, that you felt that you were so devoid of love that you opened up your heart to everybody and was kind to everybody. Well, nice to everybody. Nice, because I'm kind. I'm not nice no more. That you rather have people around you and it be fake than to not have people around you at all. Because all you just want to do is be loved. That people pleaser spirit and bull. This is the reason why I could say it, because I was in her shoes. Do you hear what I'm trying to say? They knew she had the star power, but they blocked. Look, she could have been way bigger than what she was. I promise you. She could have been huge, especially if she would have chosen to start doing music in the techno. If she would have went to like house, Angie would have blew up. And if she would have just switched genres and went to house, Angie would have been international. And I mean like huge, huge, huger than what she was before she passed. But even within herself, she was battling with her own things, her own self-esteem issues. And we all have that. We all go through that. So I'm not saying this to make her look like something. All I'm saying is just hear me when I listen, just listen to me. Cause I see it. I started seeing it when I woke up from that dream, how parallel we were. She was well known. I wasn't. I was behind the scenes, even though I was doing work. I wasn't in that industry like that. I wasn't. Even though I was doing industry work, I wasn't in the industry. Y'all remember when I told y'all when I was on Don't Forget the Lyrics and it aired. I'm gonna say this again just so y'all know this shit is real. I was me and the people who was dressing us for Don't Forget the Lyrics. I was telling them, they kept trying to get me to wear certain clothing, type of clothing. And I said I brought my own clothes and I did my own makeup. I didn't want nobody in my face. I didn't want nobody touching me. I did my own hair. That was a wig I was wearing. If you go back and look at Don't Forget the Lyrics, when it aired, and them people was like, okay, well, let's just touch up your wig. Let's touch up your hair. I let them run the flat iron through it because it wasn't my real hair. They didn't have to sheet, and nobody touched my face because my face was already done. I did my own makeup. But they kept fighting me on my clothes. The clothes that I wanted to wear was black. That woman kept fighting with me behind the scenes about wearing something red. And when it didn't dawn on me until I was on the run and homeless that I was a sacrifice. I was a living sacrifice. And that girl Destiny swapped with me on national fucking television. That shit happened. Or at least tried to. Because this whatever the small amount she did get, she ain't got it no more. That shit is not alleged. I'm telling y'all what happened behind the scenes. And I didn't realize that, why this woman want me to wear red? That wasn't my clothes that I was wearing, y'all. I had my own fucking clothes. I brought it, look, because I knew what time it was, but I didn't realize that the focus was on me. I thought it was on her. Because see, I was the lifeline. Bitch was so jealous, she didn't even know the answer to she didn't know the answer to a question. I knew the answer and she didn't want to call on me because she didn't want me to take the shine away from her when I was there to support you. You were so fucking broke, you couldn't even afford to get to LA. I paid for us to get to LA. I paid for us to stay in the hotel until production put us in the hotel for the day of. I mean, the day before. I got us there a day early. So how the hell was I going to take something away from you? Oh, y'all don't want to hear this. Bye. Bye. Because red is the sacrificial color. It's to show who is the focal point of the sacrifice. And I keep telling y'all, everybody ain't got to die to be a sacrifice. Some people are kept alive as what they call a scapegoat. In the Old Testament, you had two goats, one you slaughtered and one that you put all your sins on and then make them go into the wilderness far away from you. And the further away that this goat gets away from the people who put their sins on it, the better off their lives will be. So you got to remember that after this, not too long after this, my life went to shit. And I was casted out of this circle of people that I had put on. Remember, I kept telling y'all I had put these people on. Angie Stone did the same thing. She put a lot of people on. You go back and look at how Taylor Swift, I believe she was in red. The Whore of Babylon was also in red. When Kanye West got up there and said that the Whore of Babylon had the best music video of all time or whatever he said and interrupted her speech. And now that you look back at it, you see that actually was, that wasn't even real. He was supposed to interrupt because it was a humiliation ritual for her. And then watch this. Do you remember what happened? They changed clothes. Taylor Swift came back out in white. See, it's a ritual. Now, depending on the ritual, sometimes the colors may vary, but most of the time, red is important. And again, I want to point this out to y'all. The daughter and the son, I do believe, is definitely innocent. I do not believe that they know the severity of it. Look, both of them were genuinely shocked. The daughter got up there and said she learned a lot about her mother. There were some things she learned a lot about her this week that she wished she knew while her mama was alive. Then the son got up there and he said, I didn't know how big she really was. And then it kind of looked like she was like an angel. She was like a tree who put roots down. They genuinely did not know how big their mother was. I need y'all to understand. Listen, these kids don't grow up looking at their parents like how we look at them. We look at them as Angie Stone, the entertainer, Michael Jackson, the entertainer. We look at them as Roy Ayers, the entertainer, Donny Hathaway, the entertainer. We don't look at them like dad, mom, aunt, uncle, cousin, brother, sister. We don't look at them like, we don't have the same energy because they're not kin to us like that. So they're not going to get the same point of view that we're going to get. They ain't got to buy tickets to go and see their parents sing. You got to buy tickets to see their parents sing. So before they're an entertainer for you, that's their mom. That's why I say to y'all, that woman she did give. She gave a lot of what she wasn't supposed to give, but hoping and praying for the exchange, and in turn of being received and liked, she stayed around in the industry that talked horrible about her. These people talk crazy about this woman. You heard she said some of it to her face, and some of it she heard the murmurs, but it all got back to around. All got back around to her all the same. My thing is this is crazy, because you got Albie Shore leaking text messages, and to me, I'm like, look, all of y'all are fucking dirty. All of y'all are dirty. Y'all knew it's worse to know that somebody was waiting for a kidney for 5 years. Why was she reaching out to you thinking that you could help her situation if you couldn't? And all of a sudden, because she's relevant due to her death, now you want to show text message to say how close y'all were. Fuck you. I don't believe nothing you said. And for that Christopher Williams rumor, the rumor about Christopher Williams being walked in on while performing alleged fellatio on Diddy, I do believe that was a lie. I do believe that rumor was a lie, because what y'all failed to realize is what came out was someone alleged and alluded to the alleged fact that wasn't Christopher Williams, that it was Albie Shore ass. Allegedly. So when it comes to all of this, I don't trust none of these motherfuckers. Y'all all scream when it happens to you, and y'all all scream with money involved. I don't I don't trust nothing when it comes to Hollyweird. And y'all better not trust it either. A lot of colorism goes on in there. Y'all think because a bitch come out with a song singing about brown skin, uplifting femininity and sisterhood, behind the scenes, hoe can't stand a dark skinned woman. Behind the scenes, the bitch don't really care about sisterhood because she's so afraid somebody gonna outshine her. She got to shelve everybody around her and pay people to shelve other artists so she can still be the same person regurgitating fuck nigga shit. And y'all believe it. Y'all believe this. Y'all believe these people really are who they show you when they are actors and actresses. This world is a stage. That Taylor Swift humiliation ritual, and if I'm gonna be real with you, that really wasn't a humiliation ritual to me, because it was a stage play. They all knew what they went all according to plan. I've been telling y'all for years Kanye West is the court jester. That's what makes him so dangerous, because he can get close and learn the secrets. But don't think he didn't have to walk through a door. All of them had to walk through a door. I don't care how loving and mother-like or father-like anybody is. They all had to walk through a door. Now, depending on the door they walk through, it's going to depend on how big they will be. But I do believe Angie got in that industry when it comes to her talents. That's how they do. The people who got real talent, they just open up the door and they let them accumulate fame and fortune Then they approach them with stuff. But then you got people who really don't have talent. They got to sell their soul before they even get in the dough. Not everybody gets approached the same way. You know, and that's just what it is. That's just what it is. That's why I said to y'all after I woke up from having that dream, and if y'all coming in, y'all might want to watch this from the beginning because the dream that I had 2 nights ago, I couldn't turn it loose. I wasn't gonna say nothing about this dream, but now that we hear this is where we at, and I'm no longer neutral on the sun like I said in the other video that I did. The thumbnail is a black man holding his head with a hat on. I said I'm neutral on the son. I'm no longer neutral on the son. I do not believe he had anything to do with his mother going. I do believe that he was trying to build up. I do believe he was trying to build his stuff up organically. And I think, and look, we all know that, look, if you follow, if you did any research, you will see that his mother really was helping him. She was doing what she could to help him. And I do believe she was in her son's ear telling him, you ain't got to do all of that. Go this way. Cause she did, by this time she had so much knowledge of the industry that, look, son, you ain't got to go through these doors. Go independent or go this way. I do believe that. Now, I did have a pause at one time behind the sun because I realized that he was signed to a Haitian record label. All Haitians ain't bad, like all other, but just to know that there was some spiritual implications there. Okay, but hopefully that's more for protection and not anything else. Because I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna say this: both children are important to what happens next. But you see that son? He is the fork in the road right now. Now, will he decide to follow down the route like his pappy and his mama? Put in there too, but more so his daddy. Or will he continue to walk the independent way and not sell his soul? That's the question that you do want to ask. But again, time will only tell that. And if he does, that's on him. That's his business. But I do not believe that he had anything to do with his mother's demise. No, not at all. I don't. Because again, he stands a chance making more money independent than he does having a backing behind him. An industry backing behind him. And it's easy. I believe that they're spiritually trying to make him look like the fall guy, and he's not. But does his daddy? You already know. We've already talked about that. I was the one who told y'all. I was the one who told y'all. I looked it up. And again, these content creators who watch me didn't know shit. I looked it up. I was the first one to say I went and Googled to see what else he had coming up besides the Roots picnic. And he had something else that was supposed to be coming up in Alabama to be announced, TBA, on Live Nation. On the Live Nation website. I don't know if it's still up because I haven't looked it up since then. I know that there was a tour that was announced. I don't know if it's still going on or whatnot. But for you to be coming out out of a fucking cave like a brown recluse spider to weave your web amongst the masses who's going to be consuming your music for 10 fucking years. It's very telling. And it lets me know that it wasn't just him. It's a lot of other people involved. here. But that son is the key. He can either continue carrying out this bloodline of selling out, or you can break the mold. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. The energy that I had as of right now, the energy that I kept feeling around the son was a paranoia. Like you know how like Pac passed and then Biggie started having premonitions. If you look at one of his last interviews, he was saying how he wake up in cold sweats, breathing hard, because basically he was basically having premonitions of leaving here. He knew that something close was coming and he couldn't. It was inevitable. I kept feeling the energy around the son, something similar to that. But I speak on the son's life that he would live and not die. I speak I speak on the life of the daughter that she shall live and not die. I speak life on on the grandchildren that they shall live and not die and be protected. So that we can all see what this gonna end be look like, and that all the innocent would be protected. Because listen to me, it's gonna be some more stuff coming down the pipe behind this. It's gonna be some more stuff coming down the pipe behind this here. So at the end of the day, this is what it is, and this is what it's gonna be. But that was my dream. I do believe that she did not perish in the car accident. I do believe that something happened after the accident that caused her to perish. And I hate to say this, but it's real. I hate to say this, but if the daughter was in charge, the family, the daughter and the son was in charge of whether or not they wanted an autopsy to be rendered, and they said no to the autopsy, I do feel like that was a blessing in disguise if that truly was real, that they didn't get an autopsy done. Because if there was anything in her system that they knew that should not have been there, then they would have been privy to foul play. Listen to me. All I'm saying is sometimes when you don't know, it protects you. Sometimes ignorance may not be bliss, but it's protection. How you know, Rafiki? Because when I was in when I was in circles, I was in circles of covens of people that I didn't know that was in covens, that I was putting people on, and I thought they were for me. What really helped me stay protected was my ignorance, because I really honestly didn't know. There were some things that I just wasn't privy to. And that's what actually helped me. The daughter and the son really don't know. I think that the son may have more, or maybe I think he may end up coming to the knowledge of downloads. I really do. He might end up getting downloads, but I would not be surprised that if he ends up growing suspicions of his own father and having malice toward the father because of it. That's just, again, I'm not saying that this is real or true. I'm just putting it out there that I would not be surprised. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if it happened like that. I wouldn't be surprised if it happened like that. But all I know is that this is very, something is very strange. I don't buy Tyler Perry when he get up there talking about where's the money. I don't. You People like him will say anything to get on the side of people. I don't look. I don't care how rich you are. I don't care how many acres you own. I don't care how big your studio is. I really don't care about none of that bullshit. I don't even care that you paid for her funeral. What was crazy is people will say things to make it seem like it's favorable in the eyes of people. Because a lot of folks, you got to realize, some people are going to be doing things to fall under the radar. They don't want to be a suspect. They don't. If you cared about her saying that shit when she was alive, why you didn't lend? Why you didn't lend any help to her? Y'all wait till she died. And see, this is why I said open up y'all eyes and see it for what it is. Remember, we're living in the age of Aquarius. The truth is in front of you. You just got to be willing to open up your eyes and acknowledge it. There is no, look, hear me out. You're not going to be digging as much as you had to in the age of Pisces. The truth is going to be laid out more. The more that we keep going into the age of Aquarius, that truth is going to be laid out in front of you. A lot of us are going, look, a lot of us, whatever karma be happening on a lot of people, it's going to be of their own accord, because the truth is no longer going to be hidden like that. Some people will show up to your funeral and speak about you so eloquently and so beautifully, hating you, or was a part of your demise behind the scenes. You wouldn't even know it. You wouldn't know. So please don't rule nobody out. Don't rule nobody out. The only people I do believe that need to be ruled out is the daughter and the son. I do. Blondie and Pearl. The daughter, the son, Blondie and Pearl. She was worth more to them alive than dead. You got to remember that. She was walking with her son. She was helping her son. Say, and this ain't something just because he said it at the funeral. I knew this when you got to remember, he said this on Vlad. When she did the Vlad T, it's so much, y'all. Look, he said this on several interviews that his mama was helping him. He always gave props to his mother. He's always giving props to his mother. So for y'all to be saying how disrespectful he is toward his mama. Oh, y'all, you seen that video when he was driving and he was talking crazy to his mom? He wasn't talking crazy to his mama. They was going back and forth. They was bantering. They were playing. That wasn't no disrespect. Y'all always want to look at something in a fucked up light, and then the people who you really need to be looking at, you can't see them because you so caught up in your own shit. You so caught up in what you don't want to. You want to be with the status quo. Get away from the crowd. Stop following the crowd. Attention, attention. Can you hear me? Stop following the crowd and go off and do your own fucking detective work if that's what you want to be. Because you're really following people who don't know shit, and you being led astray on purpose when you do it. You need to start using your discernment. But see, a lot of people don't want to build their discernment up because it takes them to have a relationship with God in the spiritual realm to build up discernment and intuition. And a lot of people just want it. They don't want it to have to build to get it. A lot of people who want to be fine and small or lose weight, a lot of them don't want to do the work. They just want to get there. And you're right, Dana. Some people are waking up. But again, remember, this ain't for what I'm saying ain't for the people who waking up. This is for the people who playing stupid, who doing stupid shit, saying dumb things. You know what I'm saying? Saying dumb stuff. And you know what's so crazy? We got two situations where two people are taken out of here, sacrificed in a hit. We got Lil Ronnie and Angie Stone. Both were in the industry, right? Both were rappers at one point in time in their lives, right? Watch this. Both of them well known in their community, and even though Angie Stone was of a different caliber, trust and believe, I'm not trying to put her in the same vein as him, but I just want to bring out some similarities here. Both dealing with cars. Okay, one was in a car accident, the other one was at a car wash. All right, now watch this. You got families of these people who passed away. talking, right? Talking after they passed. Two women of two different people put up GoFundMe's or Cash Apps, right? Both said for the same thing, but y'all come for Angie Stone daughter, and y'all didn't come for Lil Ronnie daughter. I mean, Lil Ronnie's girlfriend, baby mama. That girl was bragging about how her child was buried in Gucci and Prada or whatever name brand clothes, holding a stack of money up to her ear. And this is all happening after her child passed away. Oh, but and then people in the comments, oh, well, some people grieve different. You're fucking insane if you think some things like that is grieving. You don't want to say it, but I'm gonna tell you. See, but you don't want to believe what's in front of your face, but you rather believe a lie. This is why I tell y'all, don't be so quick to believe a group of people talking about one person being the problem, because that is what's called triangulation. When you got narcissists that come together to fuck up somebody's life because they know you'll believe a bunch of people versus one person. When that one person can be telling y'all the truth and y'all got 8 or 9 people saying the same thing. Oh yeah, he did this and she did that, and yeah, they ain't no good. Don't do no work with them. They ain't no good. But this is a triangulation process to fuck up that person's life. You see? Somebody said I put it up because there's so many fake people. There's so many people who putting up fake GoFundMe's. There's so many people putting up fake cash apps. Well, what's wrong with getting ahead of it? She said if you want to give, but if you don't. She just trying to get ahead of these people. I don't see nothing wrong with that. But then you got somebody over here who did the same shit, who actually raised money on the GoFundMe, and they still got other fake GoFundMe's up there for Lil Ronnie. But the major GoFundMe, she done already gleaned and took it off. She done already gleaned. And now some alleged shit about her insurance policy on the dog. It's so much. And then to go back to Angie, y'all want to crucify the daughter because all she was trying to do was get. I don't really believe that it was a money grab. I don't. Angie took good. This is just me. Angie took care of her children, even though they are adults. Then y'all started talking about the girl having no teeth. Then y'all had the audacity in the comments on the funeral video to say that, oh, look, she fixed her teeth. Some of y'all ain't shit. Some of y'all ain't shit, and your mama should have swallowed you. Can't wait to say something negative about somebody because your life's so fucked up. Some of y'all ain't shit. And again, if this don't apply to you, then let it fly. But if it apply, bitch, just, oh, hey, it is what it is. Get mad all you want. Some of y'all are sick. Sick fucking minded. Now, I got a feeling within the coming weeks, within about 3 to 4 weeks, there may be another new development concerning Angie Stone's car crash. Something may end up coming out. Shit, hell, it may be even a few months down the line. Somebody may wait till they feel like it dies down. 3-4 months down the line, somebody may who was involved may feel like it'll die down, and then they'll come out and start talking. I seen the video of the guy, the alleged band member who was walking out for the Toni Braxton show, come out with a broken collarbone. I don't know what to really make of that. To me, that shit is fishy. Hey, if it's really him, I apologize. If it's really the truth, I apologize. But I'm sorry. I don't believe nothing. I don't believe that. I don't believe it. And to add insult to injury, it's so much fake love that was shown to this woman. It was a lot of fake love that was shown to her in her face while she was alive, behind her back while she was alive, and especially now since she's gone. It's a lot of fake love. Let this be a cautionary tale to all of us to vet the people around you. Vet the people around you. Most likely, you got a lot of people around you who just waiting for you to come up so they can ride on your fucking coattail. And I promise you, they don't like you. You'll be surprised how you got more jealous people around you than you do people who really want to see you succeed. It's so much low self-esteem that's in the airs right now. That's in the airway right now amongst so many people. It's so many people. You could be in a whole different genre. You could be over here doing IT, and this person over here doing music or makeup, and they'll be jealous of you excelling in IT, and it ain't got nothing to do. Y'all in two different genres of occupations. Two different occupations. This one over here ain't got nothing to do with this one over here, but they watching your every move. They jealous. A lot of people are monitoring spirits, but a lot of people are jealous. They carry jealous energy, and they want to see. This is why I'm gonna be real with you. This is why when people when people when I'm friends with somebody, I walk with them up until their loved one pass away, and then I disconnect on purpose when the money come in, because I don't want you to think I'm around you for no fucking money. I purposely disappear because I know how people are. Soon as the insurance policy money hit your hand, people they waiting around to see if you're gonna cut them some funds. And I'm around because I love you. I'm around because you're hurt and I want to walk with you. But I will disappear on you quickly once that money hit your hand. And if you are a spender, I will return after you done spent it all. Or if a certain amount of time, I'll eventually start coming back. But baby, I'll get the fuck gone once the insurance money come, because I ain't got time to be accused of being around people who I seen it. I seen it. My Mystic members know what I'm talking about. I had to tell them about a story about a young lady that I had befriended years ago before I had my daughter who passed away. I had befriended her through church. Her mama ended up passing away. I had already planned my wedding overseas. The girl, I was with her. I walked with her all up until I was not able to make the funeral because I had to be overseas. I was getting married. She got angry at me because I would not cancel my wedding. Looking back at it, I felt like God was using her because I should have canceled the bitch. But guess what? At the time, I couldn't see it. I came back. When I came back, I stayed by her side. But when she let me know that she got the insurance money, I ducked the fuck off. That girl had so many people coming out the woodwork, cousins she never met. Her own sister that didn't mess with her came and was asking for money from her, $5,000. I hurried up and got the fuck. And then when I heard she spunt it all, I showed back up. Where you been? I said, girl, I was gone. Then we was laughing and talking, and then she looked at me. She said, "Tell me the truth. Why you left me?" And I told her, I said, "Girl, when you got that insurance money, I got the fuck, because I know what time it is. I watch my own family do it to each other when loved ones pass away. All of a sudden, you see a group of people fucking with each other, and as soon as that money run out, they stop being friends. They fall out. I don't have time to deal with that. If I'm gonna be by your side, because I love you and I want to walk with you through and through. Period. Period. Why is money the primary function of some people's ways that they move around? I have no idea. That's their God. That's why. That's the only thing I can think of. That's their God. That's what they worship. Money can be here today and gone tomorrow. Who can you really look around you to say who really got your back? When you ain't got shit, when you're going through it, that's really when you know who rock with you. I got more people who are on my channel who rock with me more than people that family members. People that was I don't expect family to say anything good about me. I don't. I don't, because I didn't condone their fuckery. They're gonna talk shit about me all yes, they will. And guess what? Everything will be Rafiki's Simone's fault and not theirs. And guess what? I'm willing to play the villain in their story. I'm willing to play the villain in their story. Look, only reason why I'm getting ready to say this next is because I want to inspire you. I want to put some fire up underneath your feet real fast. On that reading that I did, the thumbnail with the man wearing the hat. When I was talking about Angie Stone and I was talking about D'Angelo and I was talking about Beyonce and them and all of that. Yeah, I was talking, yeah, and I stand by what I said. Yes, D, we love you. D from the D says she is not lying, y'all. Sis and my mystic sisters have walked this walk with me, and I love them so much for it. Yeah, we still walking with her. We still walking with her. Cause y'all know recently her father passed away. She just buried her dad not too long ago. We still walking with her. We still walking with her. We ain't left. We ain't no reason to leave. We here. That's what happens on the Mystic membership side. We really, this is about the truest sisterhood I've ever seen and I've ever been involved in. The sisterhood I thought I had was a whole coven, and they tried to sacrifice me and that shit didn't work. But this is I've never seen a sisterhood like this that we have on the Mystic membership side, and I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for it. But I'm gonna say this. When I was talking in that video, I said something when I said I love it over here. I walk the middle way. Everything ain't love and light. Sometimes you gotta get dark. And I was saying that said, and I'm very comfortable over here in my carry energy. Some ignorant ass person came and commented on the video and put the timestamp and said, did she say it comes it's like second nature to me? Did anybody else hear that? I erased it. And I blocked that person. At first I was going to say, yeah, I said it and what? But I was told to ignore it. So I ended up blocking this person. And I felt some kind of way like, man, like I wanted to say something back. And I heard, this is what I heard. I heard, Rafiki, you should not. This is what I heard. Not, you should not. You don't need to be wasting time explaining yourself to people who are dedicated to misunderstanding you. You should not be wasting your time. Don't waste your time explaining yourself to people who are dedicated to misunderstanding you. And it dawned on me, how many people, I'm asking, look, watch this. I'm asking you this, and I had to ask myself, I said, how many people have I wasted my energy on explaining myself to them? So when the daughter said at the funeral was understood, will not be explained, that's exactly what the Holy Spirit was telling me. Because I said, look, watch this. Because if you were smart enough to understand what I was saying, Carrie in the, now look, watch this. This is for the people who rock with me. This ain't for people who don't understand. The reason why I said I'm comfortable being in my Carrie energy, because if y'all know on my community post, not too long ago, I posted a picture of Carrie when she was burning down the school on prom night. If you realize, Carrie was a victim of being picked on. They tried to humiliate her. This girl was an introvert. She was a hermit at school trying to navigate teenagehood. Wasn't even told about a menstrual cycle. Her mama didn't even prepare her. I did, and ironically, I did the same thing. When my womanhood came on for me, I wasn't told by my mother. I thought I was dying. So I could relate to Carrie when it came to that. But the girl was being picked on in high school. These people, they got together viciously. They got together viciously to play a prank on this girl, all to act like they was befriending her, to get her comfortable, to act like they was being her friend, to make her open up to trust them, all to watch this rig the results of the king and queen votes for the prom night, all to rig it for her name to come out as the queen, for her to get up there in front of all those people, in front of her whole entire school, all for pig's blood to be poured on her in humiliation, for them to laugh at her, to think that it was funny in that capacity. All to make this boy open up her love chakra, her heart chakra, to let him come in so she'd be vulnerable enough for them to do that. And y'all want to sit here and act like that girl was the villain? So yes, I'm in my Carrie shit. You can't get mad and upset when your life is on the line after you done came for innocent people. Be mindful of the spell work and the rituals that you put out, especially in this season. We just had a full lunar eclipse yesterday. It was a blood moon called the storm moon. We've been having a series of systems of storms move through. It's been raining like crazy, and I love it where I'm living, because we don't get rain often where I'm at. And it was in Virgo. Actually, it was on the cusp of Virgo and Libra, because the moon now is in Libra. But yesterday, the moon actually, last night, the moon moved in Libra. After the eclipse, it moved in Libra. So it was on the Virgo Libra cusp. Full moon, total lunar eclipse, blood moon, storm moon. It was a lot of energy that was going on yesterday. Trust me when I tell you, it was a lot of rituals that went forth, good and bad. You can't get mad when your ass gets stumped in your face and stumped in your chest and fucked up after you done put out raggedy negative ass energy when you've been fucking with the innocent. Whether they avenge themselves or whether you got spiritual energies avenging them on their behalf. You can't get upset when somebody turns into a Carrie and take your ass up out of here. You can't get mad. Because see, the more you mess around in the spiritual realm, the more you're going to see how these innocent people are given, they're given the wherewithal to be able to go on what you call the dark side. It's what you call the dark side. It ain't the dark side. Everything is a yin and a yang. Some people will sit there and talk about, oh, you know, that person lied, that person lied. But then you find out the person lied to get out of a life or death situation. Now, you know, if you lying to get out of a life and death situation, you want to sit there and hold this person to the wall because they lied to get themselves out of life and death situation. Don't be so quick to judge. Don't be so quick to judge. Because you don't know what you would do in a life or death situation to get out of that situation. Don't be so fucking quick to judge. It took for that girl to be pushed. Pushed. You hear me? Pushed to activate all her powers. And she took herself, her mama out alongside the rest of them people. You'd be surprised what people have gone through. You think villains are born? No, villains are created. Some people can go through some of the same shit you went through, and some of them people will turn, and you can still be walking an upright, righteous path, but them people will turn. So everybody ain't meant, and this is the truth, not everybody is meant to be righteous. In this lifetime, some people are born to be a demon. You got Lent and Ramadan going on right now. You know how much energy is going up? Do you know how much energy has been put just in the last few days alone? How this energy's been going in? So much happening right now. You're getting ready to see why, though. Keep watching. Summer 2025. Summer 2025. The year 2027, the year 2030, and the year 2035. Those are significant years. Keep watching. I hope you got your popcorn. Because you about to see fights happen like never before. And you are about to see that music industry, that entertainment period, not just music, entertainment industry, you about to see them fight each other like you've never seen it before. See, you can't see it because ain't nobody filming them. You don't see it, but it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. My dear friend, Angie Stone. So many people torn right now. My dear friend, Angie Stone. Y'all wasn't claiming she was dear friends with y'all when she was alive. My dear friend. Fuck y'all. Y'all fake. That whole industry is some fake ass shit. Not just them people's bodies. Not just the plastic surgery. But the way they move is fake. The way they move is fake. You said it's the season people doing the most witchcraft. Where you at? Huh. Baby, let me tell you, I can believe it. I can believe it. Because most people going to say it's a lie. But them people can't, look, listen to me. They can't use the black cube no more to carry out their rituals. That energy is gone. It's passed on now. These people are scrambling and scraping for shit. They trying to figure out what new energy they can draw in to do their rituals, and they ain't finding none. These people are losing their shit. Well, we used to do it under Saturn. We used to do it under the new moon and the full moon. It ain't working. Something ain't right. Oh my God. It's backfiring. Wait, hold on. No. Try slitting that goat up over there. Try doing the chicken or the cow over there. It ain't working. Your animal sacrifices are being rejected. Your blood sacrifices are being rejected. Everybody you putting under sacrifice is in vain. Everything you putting under sacrifice is in vain. Everything you are doing is in vain. You can call the corners all you want, bitch. North, south, east, west, earth, air, fire, water. That shit is not going to save you. It's done. The way the way you have been conjuring up evil is done away with. It's done. It is done. Now they trying to manifest their shit using old Louisiana energy. Y'all don't see the significance? Y'all don't see the significance? New Orleans got attacked on New Year's. They had the Super Bowl. that conjuring up that energy bullshit like they do. What they had the Super Bowl, I think it's one of the most hosted cities for the Super Bowl. I'm not sure. I said one of. I didn't say the most. New Orleans 11 times for the Super Bowl, right? The Mardi Gras just happened. Mardi Gras just happened not too long ago. The first Tuesday of this month, I believe it was the 4th. Mardi Gras happened. Angie Stone last recorded um show was for the Mardi Gras ball in Alabama. And then you have alleged woman from Louisiana who supposedly allegedly helped Angie Stone out of the car wreck. You know, the white lady that's on TikTok, they said that has she got lawyers now. She's from Louisiana. Y'all trying to use this Louisiana energy. I keep telling y'all, but y'all don't want to listen. Why Louisiana is so important to all of this? These conjure wars and these prophecies, these old age prophecies, they trying to keep from happening. Certain look, I don't even want to say it. I don't even want to put it out there. But just know it's playing an important role of this whole um this book, this conjure war book coming to an end. Because this new energy got to come in now, y'all. It's new energy pushing through. So the last chapter of Conjure Wars is being written right now. And then the book is going to close, and that's it. That's it. So just know that it's important that this stuff didn't happen here. The sun is now in the sky. I started this video when it was still dark outside. It's 5 something in the morning when I started this video. I really do want to just tell y'all, please, 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 show mercy to the daughter and the son of this woman, because I do not believe that the son was in on this. I do believe that they're trying to make him look like the spiritual fall guy, because the age old thing is when somebody really wants to be famous, they give up somebody. But the truth is that everybody that wants to be famous is not given the opportunity to become famous. I want y'all to let that sink in. There is a lot of bloodline that has to play a part in it. That's why when you start doing your research, you start seeing, oh, this person is the cousin of this, or this person is their siblings. Like a lot of people didn't know Selena Johnson and Ocho Cinco were sister and brother. A lot of people did not know that Casey and JoJo was the cousin to Fantasia and Calvin Richardson and Dave Hollister. They're all cousins. A lot of people don't know that Saweetie and allegedly Jamie Foxx and Erykah Badu are cousins. A lot of people don't know this, okay? But I know for a fact that Saweetie is the cousin of Erykah Badu. A lot of people didn't even know that the woman that played on Good Times was the daughter of Cab Calloway until she passed away. Cab Calloway is on her birth certificate as her father. That was her father. Sometimes they do keep these things secret for a reason, but the reason why I tell y'all this is because it's very rare that they let you in if you don't have blood ties to somebody else that's already in. Very rare. Very rare. And that's why it's important that when people do come into the industry and they don't have blood ties to anybody else that's in the industry, it's something special. Trust me when I tell you this, it's something special. Because and I'm not saying it's not, it doesn't happen. It's just uncommon. And some people, if they're not kin, they have to have ties to somebody in some kind of way. All right. But there are people that are in there that are not kin to somebody, but they do have ties to somebody. Very rare that they're gonna let you in there with no ties, and then you're not a bloodline family member of somebody who's already famous. Very rare, but it has happened before. It has happened before. And then they look into these charts. When they do let you in, they look into these charts. They look into charts. They look into all this other shit to see if you're aligned with something that's beneficial to help them. If you're aligned to come in the way they want you to come in. That's why I said this is a very gated community. They're not just letting everybody in there like that, y'all. A lot of these rappers, these young rappers that's getting sacrificed, a lot of them are being used as tax write-offs. They are. So a lot of these people, they really do um they really do they come through a certain way. It is a cult. That whole industry is a cult. I don't care for sports, music, acting. It's all a cult. All of it's a cult. But you don't want to see that because you know what I'm saying? You believe what these people show you. You believe that they're kind. Look, I'm gonna be real with y'all. There was a woman who's getting bullied right now in the comment section of a video. I wish I could have saved that video so y'all know I'm not lying. But there was a woman who posted something in the comment section like 3 to 5 years ago. She said that when she was waiting to meet Angie Stone, she said they made them wait for a very long time. The woman said hours. And she said when she finally met Angie Stone, she was really rude. She wasn't nice. She wasn't nice. She was just rude. There was a lot of stuff. Yeah, we all look. I'm not trying to turn this woman to look bad or anything like that. But I told y'all in the beginning of this video, a lot of people make it seem like everybody when you die, it's just all good. It was just all good. And this woman said she wasn't even a headliner. She was there on singing with so yeah, you're gonna have your good days and you're gonna have your bad days, but anybody that's looking at Angie Stone's life can tell that she was a little overbearing. You could tell that she kind of was a control freak. She liked to drive the car a lot, and I'm not saying literally because we know she liked to be driven around. She liked to be chauffeured around, but you could tell that she had a little controlling energy. Matter of fact, if you look at there was an interview that was done, I think, in the 90s or no or early 2000s, somewhere in between it. Don't quote me, but there was an interview floating around when they asked her about her relationship with D'Angelo. They also had somebody else that was saying their point of view on the outside looking in and was saying that they both were control freaks. They both was control freaks. He was a control freak and she was one. I can believe that. That mama energy where you got to have your hand on shit. I could believe that. Now that don't make her a bad person, but that dude, we all got flaws. That doesn't make her a bad person, but we all have flaws. So that's why I say when people try to angelicize you and write your name in the Lamb Book of Life and it ain't there, trying to preach into heaven and all this other shit, and they leave out the other parts. They leave out all of the other stuff. I had a family member. I ain't gonna lie. When they passed away, I said, I know this. If there is a heaven and a hell, this nigga ain't getting in there. I already knew that when that person passed. I said, ain't no way this person going into heaven. But yet, they was at my family member's funeral, preaching up a storm, and I said, all that huffing and puffing ain't gonna get them there. It's it's really how your heart really is the determining factor. What about Rihanna? Penny says, what about Rihanna? What about her? You think she's exempt? Because they went and got her when she was underage? You think she's exempt? You think they would have let her have allowed for her to create this business and have all this money and become a billionaire if she didn't play a certain game? Look, I keep telling y'all can't differentiate y'all favorites from this. Just because you like them don't mean they ain't got no blood on their hands. You are crazy to believe. And I'm not saying you, Penny. I'm just saying people really believe that because you like them, that they clean. But this industry keeps showing you what the hell it is. So, Gab, you said Sweetie is allegedly Gabrielle Union's cousin. I didn't know that. Speaking of Gabrielle Union, oh, you want to know who she's related to? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who she's related to or if she's related to anybody at all. I don't know. I never looked into her, so I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know because I don't. What I do know is they went and got that girl when she was underage. Now you tell me who signed the papers for her to come to the United States, because she couldn't come here without somebody signing off on the papers. Because didn't they quote unquote discover her when she was a teenager through YouTube? Didn't they? Wasn't she the first Justin Bieber? Since y'all want to, well, since we want to go there, huh? Somebody had to sign off on the paperwork for her to come to the States because she was in Barbados. So that means she had to have a passport if she didn't have one already. And then, you know, who came over here with her? Because allegedly there was nobody in that office room to protect her from the threat that was looming over her life. You know, you either going to leave out of here by signing a record deal, or you're going to leave out of here being thrown out the window. That came out of her mouth. So did she have anybody from her family that came over here with her that could protect her? I'm going to give her family the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to say no, because if I'm the family member and you say that to somebody who's underage, I'm going to beat your ass. We're going to be fighting in that fucking room. You're going to have to take me up out of here, because you're not going to say that to a loved one of mine, and they're underage. Who allowed her to sign the contract underage? What kind of shit is that? No, she's not a great singer. I don't have a Cash App, honey. I have a PayPal. Everything you need to know about me is in the description box, beloved. I did do another video yesterday. I usually don't do blackout readings, but I did do a video yesterday. I put it up and then I private it. I put it on private. Um, I may either put it on the membership side or I may just go ahead on and make it public. Not too sure, but what I will say is this: it's about to get real lit. It's gonna look like we are watching a movie pan out. The way that things are going to be happening here. Remember, I told y'all they was gonna be taking people out of here that was worth more dead than alive. Remember, I told y'all that it's getting ready to. It's gonna keep going like that. You're gonna see. Look, we're gonna be seeing people fight to stay relevant because they don't want to be a sacrifice. See, this is what they don't understand. They thought because they doing all these rituals that they eventually won't go out like that. Some people really are like they're really. You kind of have to be um you do kind of have to be off in your head, a little touched, to really be in that industry like that. No worries, Gwendolyn. You have to be real off in the head to even be consistently on top in that industry. Some got to be fucked up with you, low key, high key, and low key. Because the way that you continue your longevity on top for that long, you got to be doing some crooked ass shit behind the scenes, like paying people off to play your music, paying for fake streams so you can lie and say that your shit is number one. You got money, a lot of money. You got to play the numbers game and the money game. But again, remember, we're in the age of Aquarius, so all of that is dying off. All of that is dying off. We watching real time people who don't want to leave and that's up there and don't want to leave. We watching in real time people be sabotaged, sacrificed, set up, and things being bought, awards being bought, place numbers being bought, all kind of shit. Things being lied about just to make these people look like they still got it or they still on the top. When the truth is, if they stop fucking with the algorithms and back up and put their hands up and stop fucking with stuff, you'll see the truth eventually come out, and that it's not what it looks like. No, you look. All you got to do is go in the description box of my last video and see that the PayPal is listed there, beloved. I think the link is there, baby. Now y'all saying Cardi B is related to Glorilla. I don't believe that. I don't. Who's Dominican? The Glorilla got Dominican people in her family. I was trying to figure out how Bobby like at one time. I remember years ago when Trina them came on Love and Hip Hop Miami. I was like, how's Bobby Lights kin to Trina? Is she Dominican? Or whatever. Is Glorilla Dominican? Last time I checked, she ain't have no Trinidadian or Dominican, and I mean I could be wrong. But see, I can't. I'm not gonna. Y'all stop believing everything y'all read. That's what Cardi B said. I mean, hey, y'all got folks that's gonna be claiming, hey, they may be related through covens. I don't know. They may fuck around with the same coven. Who knows? No worries, Gwendolyn. No worries. I don't believe everything everybody say. I don't care if they say it. But hey, like I said, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Now that poor girl Armani, I'm about to say Armani, that girl Normani is engaged to a ball player who's making big money, and I'm wondering if that sack of shit that she look up to is gonna sabotage that like she did that girl's career. I'm just looking to see what's about to happen or what's gonna happen. We don't know. They said the granddaddy got around. Hey, you just never know. If they want to be kin, who am I to stop them from wanting to be kin? Child, let them be kin. Let them be kin. They can be kin all they want. That shit ain't going. It ain't hurting me and it ain't helping me. I don't give a fuck. Let them be kin. Hey, it is what it is. Yeah, this stuff has to stop. It's crumbling. Everything is crumbling. It's government crumbling. It's entertainment industries crumbling. When you realize the government and the entertainment industry is one and the same. So people wasn't asking the right questions. People was like, why is such and such endorsing Kamala? And why is such and such endorsing Trump? And why y'all asking the wrong questions? Y'all asking the wrong questions. The questions you should have been asking is, how is it so easy for these people to be paid to shove a presidential candidate in your face? And why is it so important for them to be paid to be used in that capacity? That's the question y'all should have been asking. But ain't nobody was asking that. Y'all too busy thinking that Democrats and Republicans are two different people. Y'all think that the two different houses and they're not. Left wing, right wing belong to the same fucking bird. I've never seen a bird that can fly without two wings. Never have I ever. And I've been saying that for years. The building something better is going to come from community living. The building something better segment's heart is going to come from people coming together and not this fucking worship that's been going on in the celebrityisms realm. Like we are coming off of this celebrity stuff. We are. But what's happening is you're starting to see how much of a pawn these people are. When you start really seeing they really ain't got that much power on their own, and that a lot of them are carrying out what they've been told to carry out. All of them are plants. All of them are plants. You got the rapper who they are not supposed to rap about anything except killing, thieving, robbing, and fucking women. You got one of them over here. The other one, they ain't supposed to rap about nothing but materialistic stuff: cars, money, clothes, and hoes. You got the ones who they can't rap. They are in the industry. They can't rap about anything else except for pushing drugs. They can't. If they rap about anything else, they're gone. They're gonna take them out. You got somebody over here who they're supposed to get this singer is supposed to get big enough to have this much influence on the community that when it's that the only time they're supposed to talk or sing outside of their own music is when a governmental agenda is on the line or something. Like, look, this is I'm telling y'all right now, this is why they tried to take Bob Marley out of here the first time, the attempt on his life, when they shot through the house during rehearsal, I believe, because this man's voice was so powerful in his country that he was able to sway votes. That shit is real. I don't think y'all understand how important this is. And then when you really go into the history of the industry, not just acting, but music, when you realize that that's mafia money that created the music industry, and why they have to keep regurgitating mafia ties and mob ties to keep that money in the industry. Did y'all know that? Big mafias and mobs run that industry. That's been. If you don't think that that's the truth, you should do your research. There's enough documentaries on YouTube that will show you that that's the truth. There's so many people that have talked about it, that have uncovered the fact that it's mob money, all of that. Some people are not going to have to be under community living. Some people are going to want to just do their thing on their own, and I don't blame them. I may be one of those people. I used to be for community living. I used to want community, and but as I got older and went through what I went through, I just don't want to be bothered. I really don't. God bless you. I love you, but I might just want to go ahead on and be a hermit somewhere. That's how I get down. But not everybody's gonna have to come together and do community living, but it will be very communal as far as respect being mutual, things happening, the barter system coming back, that kind of stuff. It's a lot that's gonna be coming down through the pipe. I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but they are trying to get rid of cash. They are trying to get rid of cash. They're trying to get rid of cash. Not only that, but yesterday there was a lot of money rituals, cash rituals that went through what, and I'm talking about on a governmental level. You'd be surprised if you don't believe in that kind of thing. But it was a lot of materialistic money rituals that went up yesterday. It was a lot of rituals too. Somebody was trying to knock the timeline off once again back into the Piscean age. Can't do that. They didn't mess with the timeline so bad that when you look at things that were supposed to happen didn't happen. It just it's so lopsided. They've done so much spell work to warp time that it's so much shit that's having to be put in place that should not have never been moved out of place. It's really about to go down like that. It really is. Non-disclosure agreements. If a non-disclosure agreement had to be signed with the people that was in the car crash with Angie Stone, if it indeed is legally rendered a murder or crime, those NDAs will not hold up in court. They do not protect crimes. Okay. I do believe that something is going to happen where information is going to get leaked, as it should. But for the most part, that woman was sacrificed and a hit was taken out on her. And it was not just who owed her money. It looks obvious that it would be that, but it wasn't just that. She had to be a sacrifice for the coven that she probably used to belong to. Remember, I told y'all that Neo Soul was a religion. It wasn't just a movement. It wasn't just a genre. It was a religion. I said this in my other video now. That it was a coven, it was a cult, it was a cult move, it was a movement of a cult. So not occultic, but a cult. Neo Soul was a cult. All right, it was a cult. This is why they had to get a lot of Syrian starseed energy to be the head front of that movement. She was the mother. People were saying that it was Erykah Badu, but Angie Stone was the foundation of that movement. So for them to get rid of her as the rock of the movement, it opens up a door as if to satisfy bloodthirsty energies. But that's why I say it to y'all, there's more people involved in this than you think. More people knows what time it is than you think. Do you even believe that these industry people can break their silence and tell y'all the truth? Their oath to tell the common people nothing. They don't even look at us as being worthy to be even hung around. The oaths and the rituals that they do, even when you start getting into a level of Freemasonry, they start looking at y'all. They start looking at everybody as peasants. Did y'all know that? They don't look at us the same anymore. They look down on us. This is why I said to y'all, the people that are in the industry, if y'all realize it, they don't have other friends that are not in the industry. If they do have other friends that are not in the industry and they kept those friends, these are friends that have oathed in some kind of way, whether they're famous or not, because they won't allow you to keep close to people who could talk you out of coming to and getting out. You got to have people around you that will tell you yes all the time. You're not going to have people around. They're not going to allow you to have level-headed people around you. It's going to be other industry people that you're going to be friends with, and it's going to be people that are in alignment with your with the shits that you're going to be friends with. They're not going to allow you to stay friends with people. So this is some deep stuff, y'all. Again, remember, these people will break the oath if they tell us, they come out and just tell us what time it is. They'll be breaking the oath and then they'll be putting their life on the line because remember, it's punishable by death that they if they don't if they break certain rules. Some rules are punishable by death. Some rules are punishable by humiliation. All right. I'll say this too, and then I'll end the live. I will never forget years ago. This was this was well over 10 years ago. This was for those of you who like Chris Brown. Um, this was when there was a song. I want to say the name of the song may have been called Angel. Whatever album that was, I don't really fuck with him like that. So I wouldn't know. Let me see. Chris Brown. I think the song is called Angel. Not this was over 10 years ago, y'all. He was still young, like young. Not 2023, not 2024, not 2025. It was a song that he came out with when he said, I don't want to lose all I have. Want to lose all. Let me see. Fuck. I'm trying to Google it to see if it may come up. He was like, I don't want to lose all something about falling from heaven, and then I don't want to lose all. But anyway, all I have or something. But it's not a new song. It's not a new song. It's not a new song. Anyway, it was kind of almost like reason why I bring it up is because G. Craig Lewis broke it down when it happened, when it came out. The whatever song G. Craig Lewis was talking about when he broke it down about that Chris Brown in that song, he was breaking the lyrics down when he was basically saying how they pressured the boy to oath in. They pressured him to oath in, and that's one of the reasons why that whole thing with him and Rihanna started coming out, and he didn't want to lose all he had worked for, but yet, he was basically saying he didn't want to do it in the song, and he was double speaking in the song. But anyway, I bring it up because hold on, y'all. Let me get my. I gotta remember why I brought this thing up. Oh yeah, I remember around a certain time that happened with that song and the pressure was being put on him like that. It was I want to say LimeWire and Napster was like still popping. So y'all know this was like back then, right? Um I will never forget I was looking for something on the internet and I came across a picture. I wasn't even what I was looking for had nothing to do with the picture that showed up. I put certain words in there in the search engine and a picture of Chris Brown butt naked in the bed with a man popped up on the screen. I never will forget that. I bring that up because that was a humiliation ritual. Um, I was so shocked. I remember calling up somebody on the phone. This was my kids, my girls were real small when this happened. And I said, y'all, I called somebody on the phone and I told this person, I said, have you heard of a sex tape being leaked of Chris Brown in the bed with another man? And this person said, nah, where you get that from? I said, I was searching something. And I said, this thing, it was irrelevant to what I was searching, popped up on my feed on the search results. I said, have you been hearing about this? I was not telling this person that it was a sex tape leak. I was asking this person, was it something going on like this? And they said, nah. They said, no. Um, um, no, we didn't hear about that. That's supposed to be something you coming across. So I will never forget. Y'all got to remember too. I was a Christian at the time. I hurry up and X'd out of the window because I was so shocked. Then I said, let me look this back up so I can take a picture of it. Okay, y'all. When I looked this thing back up, do y'all know I couldn't find this picture? It was a still shot of the video of a video of Chris Brown in the bed with another man. And I never will forget that because I said, what the fuck was that? Because at the time I was so shocked and I didn't know what was going on. I was like, what in the hell was that about? But looking back at it, that's how they get you. That's how they do you. When they already got stuff looming over your head, when they already got stuff on you, it's hard to break silence when they already got you. I don't look. Y'all said you asking a question fit for a queen? Did he beat up Rihanna because they told him to, or was that all his doing? Me personally, I believe that they was fighting each other. I personally believe that she was fighting his ass too, and he hauled off and started going in. That's what I believe. I believe she started it and he finished it. I'm not saying that it makes it right. That's not what I'm saying. You asked me a question and I'm answering you. And they don't want that boy to live that shit down to still to this day. They don't. They don't want to live it down still to this day. But she says she has forgiven him. I believe she was more used in that situation than he was. I don't know why people want to paint this girl out to just look like this innocent person. You know what I'm saying? Look, these child stars, they soul is sold by their parents until they get of age. Once they get of age to understand, I believe God gives them a chance to get the fuck out of there. But if you want to keep going, then you oath in, and then now whatever happens to you is not on your parents, it's on you. And it's a lot of them that stayed in there like that. I believe Chris Brown is one of them. I believe Rihanna is another. You look, when you are underage and you really don't know what you're getting into, and then you realize when you come up out that child star energy and you're no longer a child and you're able to carry your own sins and shit, then they come at you with that oath in, and you do what you're gonna do. You do what you're gonna do. But hey, Earth, uh, uh, ass play is definitely involved when it comes to these men in these arenas because you know you're not supposed to know that they're gay. It's supposed to be a secret. Back in the 60s, in the 50s, um they used to put up flyers in the community called saying that they was, we're throwing a swag party. People talking about swag. It became a slang for like, oh, she got swag, he got swag, look at his swagger. And people didn't realize that the word swag was an acronym. Secretly, we are gay. So these swag parties that they used to throw in the 50s and the 60s used to be underground parties with men. It used to be orgy parties with just men. And a lot of them did have ties to secret societies and high level people in government and local stuff and all of this other stuff. These people were well known people, but they would put these swag party flyers out. Okay. And that's why I say ask y'all, you ask yourself the question, why is it that they're saying that it's okay to be gay and to be a lesbian and LGBT and it's fine? Why are they hiding it if it's okay? It's because it has nothing to do. Look, yes, it may be their lifestyle, but it has everything to do with passing spirits to each other. That's how they pass spirits to each other. You see, a lot of them are a lot of if you got a spirit, if you got a spirit on a man and this man's supposed to pass it to another man, he's not gonna get a woman and screw her and then let the man that's supposed to have the spirit screw the woman and it be passed from her to him. No. But look, this is that Aleister Crowley 777 shit. You go and read it. I'm only telling you what I research and I know. Aleister Crowley talks about this in one of his books. And these are the people that y'all follow. They follow Aleister Crowley. You see Big Lip Betty over there with his poor Babylon wife. He told y'all he was down with the do as you will movement, the Aleister Crowley shit. So what make you think that these people don't do this? And like I said, if it was just that they were gay, then it would be like Danny Boy, right? Danny Boy's gay. He's openly gay. He told y'all he's gay. He's openly gay, so there's nothing wrong with that. I used to believe that people weren't born gay, but I believe it now. I do believe that there's some people on this earth that are born gay. And there's nothing wrong with who you choose to love. There's nothing wrong with who you choose to love. Nothing wrong with that at all. The issue is when you lie about it. And you lying to make it seem like you're one way when you're really something else. And you do it, watch this, to gain the accolades of people. You to gain the trust of people. That's when it's a problem. That's when it's an issue. When your ass is over here lying because there's really some sinister shit going on. That's when it's an issue. Yeah, I'll never forget that when it, and I still to this day haven't been able to find that still shot. I ain't gonna lie, I looked for it about 7 years ago. That was the last time I looked to see if it was even existed, if it was out there. But they have a way of putting shit up and then scrubbing it just to warn you, don't fuck with us. We'll show these people what we'll destroy. We will destroy your career. Last thing, there was a rapper who was recently signed to Baby out of Louisiana. The young man was signed to Cash Money, I believe, to whatever Baby still got going on. And they was, I guess, getting ready to start rolling out his stuff. And then there's a sex tape that resurfaced of him screwing a tranny. And now he had to come out and start talking about how, it wasn't real, it was a lie, and blah blah blah. Then it was something else, then it was this, then it was that. Look, them people don't be wanting you to know. And all of a sudden, I don't know if Baby dropped him from the label because of this or not, but you know, you was already doing it undercover. You would have slipped right on into that family real fine. But the fact that somebody outs you was the issue. That was the issue. That was the problem. That he got outed. So, they don't want you to know these things. They don't. And again, you got to ask yourself the question as to why do they feel the need to hide something that should be so, if it's so pure and it's your prerogative, then why hide it? It's because it's for sinister reasons that they do certain things. Okay. So yeah. All right. Hopefully I like the fact that I came to y'all early this morning. I'm glad that y'all was hanging out there with me today. I know the reading kind of, not reading, I'm sorry y'all, I'm so used to doing readings when I go live. I know that this was, to some people it may feel like it was all over the place. I really don't care. I said what needed to be said. I told y'all that if I ever have to speak on this Angie Stone thing again, it's gonna have to be God that is gonna have to tell me what to say, what to do, how to do, because I'm just at this point, I am I want to be disconnected as much as possible, but there is a part of me that is very curious about certain things because again, the correlations was a little bit too close for me. But I'm grateful and thankful for God, the ancestors and the energies that's been walking with me thus far. And I'm glad that I am here to still be able to do the work of God, to be able to do the work alongside of a collection of people who have decided that walking upright and righteous living was going to be what they want to do. I'm glad to be a part of this new age movement called love and authenticity. So I'm glad. Let's keep going. Let's just keep pushing that energy of truth to come through, authenticity to come true. We're breaking the fifth wall, y'all. We're breaking into the fifth dimension. So this is where we at. And until next time, I might release the reading that I did yesterday. But I love y'all. Stay safe.